Ronnie, game week, how excited is the team?
Yeah, very excited. Yeah, I think it's been a long pre-season, so they're looking forward to it.
You said it's been a long pre-season, and given you plenty of time to get over all the hangovers and everything that followed that premiership win.
I think importantly, like when we came back, it was, we'd set a standard last year and it was about, if we did the same thing, we wouldn't, have the same success. So we spoke about what it meant to us to be able to run out there this Sunday, for our community in particular and, make sure that we live our values. I think that's been the key focus for us.
And for yourself, you got a lot of changes to that squad last year. How excited are you to see how it all comes together on Saturday?
I think it's exciting for the game, but the growth of the game, but it's exciting for our community to see the new faces that are going to run out. There's been some astute recruits that we've picked up, but further to that, we've got 10 players that'll feature this weekend that are returning players. So I think that's also a strong message as well.
You lost one of your key leaders in Millie Boyle. Yep. Who are you looking to step up and fill that void? And some of your younger players, you're hoping they'll fill those roles?
I think they all will. We've done it's been a great pre-season, but we've also had someone like Taylor Predamon who's done a fair bit of work through the 7-week block, doing a lot of extras to make sure she's ready to go. But in terms of leadership, we've promoted Tamika this year to be the vice-captain, and we think the evolution of Tamika's game will be leadership. It's something that she's craved for and something that will help her develop.
Speaking of Tamika, it's another season with her and Jessie combined. Are you looking forward to some of those key combinations, having more time and continuing to gel and build?
Yeah, certainly. I think from our perspective, they didn't get to play in the trial together, so we probably missed out on a chance there to tidy a few things up. But certainly training together, and they're very close. So we'll see that relationship, no doubt, evolve and on the field, and it certainly has off the field. And I think if we can get the connection piece right off the field, which we think we've done things on the field, it'll be nice and smooth.
And as the defending premiers, when you started last year, you came in as a team that finished bottom. I guess the difference this time is you're going to be the hunted. Are you ready? And how does that change?
I don't think it changes anything. So I think our mantra last year was every time that we left MJ's, or wherever we played, we wanted to. We left a performance out there that our community and our team and fans could be proud of, and I think that's the key thing for us is that whenever we leave MJ's or wherever we play, it's on a tradition. We play with grit. We want to inspire the next generation of players, inspire our community and our members and supporters, and I think if we can do that, we'll win more moments on and off the field than we lose, and that's sort of our philosophy and our values that we align to.
And Ronnie, I noticed that despite being the defending premiers, you're on about the third line of betting. Are you more than happy to wear the underdog tag again this season?
Mate, I think that's for the fans, the underdog and the favourite. We've got a really internal focus, and I think that's the big thing for us is making sure that we stick to that, concentrate on things that are in our control. That's extremely important.
Kicking off with a double header at home, does it get any better?
There'd be red and blue everywhere. It doesn't. I think it's a fantastic advertisement for the game. Our community get to see, two teams that, one, from our perspective, they'll be fresh, they'll be excited, they'll be energised, and they'll get to see our men who are, just certainly turned the corner and they're starting to play with some grit and determination.
And when it's only a short competition, how important is it to start strong and to get points on the board early?
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter if it's a long competition. I think you work all through your pre-season to build some belief and confidence, and those early wins certainly help you solidify that. So it's important, regardless of the length of the competition, to start well, start fast.
Some of the girls were commenting earlier this week that they're feeling much fitter than they were last season. Some are not happy about all the running that you've made them do, but would you agree that they're quite fit? Yeah,
I think it's a different style of fit. I thought last year with a shorter pre-season, you've got to get a fair bit of rugby league content in them straight away, whilst also doing some conditioning running, whereas this year you can probably build your conditioning running a little bit more and then drip the rugby league content in as we go. So we feel like they've every metric, every strength metric, speed metric, conditioning metric, they've all improved. So from our perspective, that's fantastic. Our staff have done a wonderful job.
And there are some girls making their debut who've had very little NRLW time, or perhaps not at all. How have they settled in?
Yeah, they've settled in nicely. I think we've got one player this weekend that's played 3 games of rugby league. She's making an NRLW debut, so that's one, it's a fantastic advertisement for the game, how it's growing. Two, it shows you her level of athleticism, and she's been in a professional system before in soccer, so it shows you, again, her level of athleticism. But it's also exciting for her family. They get to come up tonight. We've got a jersey presentation, and they get to present those, the players that are debuting their jerseys for this weekend. So fantastic times.
And just lastly, the plan for Hannah Southwell, that's still next couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely. We're aiming for round 2. I think the big thing was having a couple of weeks of full training before Hannah played again, and we'd like to think that we tick the second week off next week. So all things being equal, we're hoping she's back next week.
One of the challenges the AFLW faced during its expansion years, particularly around 2020, was depth of talent.
Yeah.
Do you think the NRLW could have issues with that this year?
No. Players 1 through to 28, we're comfortable that we would use, and they would be that they do a fantastic job. That's how we recruited, and that's how we develop from players within. I'm meeting with a couple of players this week that we believe could probably play in NRLW at the moment. They played now Tasha Gale. One of them was 18th lady for the recent under-19 State of Origin. She also represented New South Wales country, so we believe that from our perspective the depth's there. And if we have a look at the talent pool, the top 24 of each squad at the moment, I'm not an expert, but I would think that any of those players, could certainly fill the void if someone was injured or if they needed to use players 1 through to 24.
Ron, you're the best team last year. How much better are you going to have to be this year to defend your title? Like, how fast is your game evolving? It's
evolving extremely quick. Yeah, like I said, I think from every player in the NRLW could play and do a great job, Robert. I think also from our perspective, we've evolved. Like, our metrics have improved. Our pre-season's been a little bit longer, so we've been able to get some more footy content in. And the thing with us is we set a standard last year and we didn't waver from that standard. And this year, we wanted to set a better standard. And that was that the players are driving that. So I think we'll see the evolution of our team around the standards and how hard we work for each other.
And obviously, you lost a few key players at the end of last year, but as you said, you've got a real nuclear set of girls who've been here and won a competition. How much does that sort of outweigh the girls who've left?
Well, they're proud of their community and their club because they're from here. So I think that's a win for us to start because they know what it means to run out there on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon for our supporter base. Further to that, like the players we've brought in, we believe some of those are, we believe some of those will really surprise people. We've got a lock that's playing tomorrow, Layshawn Albert-Jones, and she's as skillful as a player I've seen in the female game. She's a fantastic person, but equally adept, I reckon, at playing in the halves. So we've got some players there that we believe that will really surprise people this year.